For this video, we had to describe how technology informs our practice, and because I work at UB, I thought it was important to show how at UB, before a student enters any program here, we do expect them to have some kind of background in technology, whether that's even just using the internet so they can sign into things like their email account and into Blackboard, or even making PowerPoint presentations. We do expect some background of technology to be there. So that's what the first half of my video is about. The second half of my video is how I use technology in my office at Off-Campus Student Services. So enjoy the video. High school graduation is a very important time in any young adult's life, but at this point, they are very much expected to have a firm handle on technology, whether that's making PowerPoints, making simple websites, or anything else. And I'm not even saying that to be mean. I'm just saying it because it's true. I mean, how many times have we even seen students show up at college orientation and be asked to do something like sign into their Blackboard account or set up their email? Being able to use technology is basically a general prerequisite for college these days. Personally, my college experience was hugely informed by technology. I was always expected to know how to use PowerPoint or to know how to use the resources on the school's library pages to access important databases. I think that's why, as a professional, I do expect my students to know how to use technology, and if they don't know how to use a certain medium of technology, I do expect them to be open to learning how to use any type of technology that will help them in the classroom. Personally, my favorites are things like iBooks Authors from Apple, or Blackboard, or Prezi. When students arrive on campus, they are expected to know how to use technology. I decided to take a trip to a classroom just to see how technology worked there. Right now I'm trying to find a classroom to show you on South Campus so I can show you how we expect students to use technology. I've only had one experience on South Campus in a classroom, so I'm going to go try to see if that classroom's open, but we'll see in a few minutes. This is your average classroom in Diefendorf Hall. There are a few technological components in this room. The first important component is the projector. It allows presentations to be shown on the screen. Another important component is the big screen, which allows the presentations to be shown. Moving over to the media cabinet, we also have a built-in computer which easily allows presentations and media to be shown on the screen. There is also a combo box which likely has some more technological components in it, but I was unable to open it. As you can see, schools are more and more expecting students to be able to use technology when they enter the university. Even at work, I expect students to be able to do certain things in order to be productive in the community. Right now I'm driving to work in Off-Campus Student Services, and I'm going to show you some of the ways our office uses technology to help our students, so I'm pretty excited about it. One of the ways I expect students to be able to use technology through my office is to be able to fill out the party registration forms. The party registration forms allow students to register parties, so that way, if the cops do come to bust them up, it makes the judicial process a lot easier and looks better on the student. Another way I encourage off-campus students to use technology is to constantly check our Facebook page, which is where I post announcements relating to Off-Campus Student Services and the schedule for the movies that we show on Saturday nights. This brings up an interesting point because while I do think Facebook is an important tool to reach out to students, there's also the expectation that they have a Facebook, which just shows how technology is ingrained in our society. In conclusion, I really do expect my students and any students at UB to know how to use technology and to have a pretty firm handle on it when they arrive at school. I do think there's some merit in tutorials that show students how to use certain resources, but it shouldn't be hard for students to understand those tutorials. I really do think technology is going to be an important factor in schools for the foreseeable future, and my practice is definitely affected by how much I use technology.